Welcome back to the Machine Learning and Data Science course. Today we will be implementing the Titanic data problem to see how far we can go with whatever we have learned till now. As usual, I just restart and clear the output from the previous session. Yes, so let's go to the old drill. We'll import pandas and numpy library. By now, you must be well proficient enough as to know why we're using pandas and numpy. Let's take the gender submission and view df.head as to the first 5 elements in the data frame. So basically, we are just identifying each passenger with a passenger ID with also a key which denotes whether the passenger has survived or not. So let's load the training data set and see its first 5 elements in train.head. Similarly, replicate the same exercise for the testing data set. So we have a field called passenger class. Let's see here, right? So let us see the different counts of passengers spread across different classes. So you have the first class 216 passengers, second class 184 passengers, and the third class 491 passengers. Okay, so let's see the number of null values for first class, second class, and third class passengers. So 14 null values for first class, 168 for second class, which is a lot, and 479 for third class. So it is definitely a lot of null values that we have in hand here. Let's say the unique classes among third class cabins. Basically, let's see the different cabin numbers. We have empty, we have G6 all the way to F38 for third class. And yes, these are the different ages among third class passengers. We have a plethora of ages from 23 to 7 to all the way to 55 and 70 here. So it's a good try to be knack at understanding data. So basically, you have to expose yourself to more and more data sets and lists to arrive at this level of expertise. So let's see the column names. You have passenger IDs, survived gender, sibling spouse count, parent and children count, ticket number, fare, cabin, and embarked location. And you have the age, which have 177 age entries and null. So now let us go ahead and treat the missing values. So what have we learned in our previous session? We replaced the continuous or ordinal values with mean and median, and the categorical and binary values with mode. Using this logic, let us go ahead. So we have the columns, we have the median age as 28. So what we are going to do is we are going to replace the null values for age using the fill-NA method, replace it with the median value. Replaced, and this is a sum. Now that we have replaced null values, we have 0 null values for age. Similarly, let's identify the categorical columns in which we have the cabin name. So in this case, we will generate a list of passenger classes, and according to the passenger class, we will allocate the cabin. So how we are going to fill the null values among cabin based for passenger class? We'll iterate through passenger class, determine the mode of cabin number for each passenger class, generate a list of NaN indexes, and fill the NaN values basis the NaN indexes. Replicating this right up into an algorithm, here is what we have. Let's get the mode of each class and then get a list of values which are null identified by the respective indexes. And now in the respective indexes, we are going to replace the null value with the mode value, which is nothing but the mode for the given class. We have done with this. I think we can make this look better, right? So I don't like seeing all this warnings. So import warnings and the warnings of. Now that we remove the warnings, we have, for example, first class is B96 and B98. For second class is D, and for third class is G6 as the most common cabin number. And going ahead, let's see, now that we have replaced all the null values, it is 0. See the values, we have all the columns, and let's go to embarked. So there are a few null values in embarked. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to replace the embarked null values with the most common location where you embark your ship. Now that we have done it, we have embarked as having 0 null values, and it's at the value count. So you have S, C, and Q, which are all filled. So this is a simple activity in which we have replaced the null values in the Titanic dataset using whatever we have learned till now. Feel free to hit me up in the comment section if you have any doubts. As usual, thank you for attending our course, and we look forward to teaching you more. Thank you.